when it says account details third party, we go into C2C, we create the work of a claim, and to fill out the rest of the information, what we need to do, we go into patient details. So we double click on patient details again, and we use the comments section and the extras section to fill out the details. So in the comments, you can see it's got like a reference number or claim number and some names. So it's not really consistent with their data entry. So the comments field shouldn't really be filled out that way. But we're trying to get as much information as we can from Medilink into the correct locations in C2C. So if you see a claim number in there, what we'll do, we grab that claim number and we push that into the claim ID, and then, like you can see, they haven't filled out all this information. So employer's name, employer's town, none of that information is filled out. Some patients might have it, but a lot of them have this missing. So what we've discussed with the client, if there is missing information in Medilink that we need in C2C, especially the ones with the red asterisks, what we do, we type in information to be gathered. So representative name, if there's no name in there, there'll be information to be gathered. So the name that you see here, Robin and Linda, so they're what's called a claim manager. So you can put those details in there. So what I would do, I'd cancel that. Copy of that information into there. So it's not really a number though. So it's.
I think they're actual people.
Yeah, so it's a planning
managers.
If it's like that, what's the best way to do this? Because like I said, the data is pretty inconsistent, so it's hard to say what data is going to be in there because you won't know until you log onto the patient. Because it's going to need a phone number in there. So I would. So 40163111. It's not even a number, that's not. Yeah. So what I'll do, just put in the first phone number. So copy across both contacts names into the claim manager. But in the manager phone, just type in the mobile number or the phone number of the first manager or first name that's in there, and then we can get their staff to fix that up later on. Because from our point of view, we don't know which one's the correct one.
So which phone number will we fill in this?
Yep. So the first. So Robin's number, so the first name that's in there, or the first number that's in there, copy that into the phone number section. So you'll see a lot of this, there's a lot of numbers that don't have an area code. So area code normally for Sydney is 02. So if you see numbers like that without a 02 in front of it, just put 02. So this is more of an issue of their data entry side of things. So for C2C, we need the area code to have a valid number saved in C2C. So if you see numbers that are only 8 digits, just put in the 02 in front of that number. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, so just make that a standard. If you see a phone number that's only 8 digits, put a 02 in front. Okay, so yeah, so you fill that out, and the injury illness, if that's, you can see in the extras, if that's not filled out, then you go into
information to be gathered.
Yeah. So that lets the staff know that they need to get this from the patient. So we don't have any information about it. So the date of injury as well. So you'll see injury date there, which is 29th of the 4th, 2014. So we just change that to the 29th of 2004. So if they don't have a valid injury date, so if that injury date in Medilink is blank, then we change to 01010001. But if they do have a date, we put the correct date in there. Does that make sense?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So once we do that, once all that information's in there, we click on create.
Yeah.
And then it will create that work comp claim. So we won't create this because this is not for the same patient. But did you have any questions around that at all?
No.
Yeah. It's just I think once you start doing the work, you'll have a few questions. So I'll be on Skype anyway. So just let me know if you want me to clarify anything.
Okay.
Okay, so we close that. Okay, and always when making changes in the patient demographic, once you finish, make sure you click Save and Unlock. Because if you do all the work and you
referral detail.
Yeah, we'll go through that one, but just with Save and Unlock, if you make any changes in the demographic, make sure you always save it before you get out of the patient. Because if you do all the work, you don't click Save, you won't save any of that information that you've typed in there.
Yes.
Okay, so for the referrals, the referral details, you can see the most important part is how many referrals are linked to the patient. So you can see in the patient demographic, there's 5 referrals linked to this patient. So if we double click that referral details, we'll show all 5. So we can use that screen to create referrals for the patient. So once you find the patient in C2C, so if you double click on the patient's name in the scheduler, go into referral, you go add referral. So we have to do this each one. We have to do 5 of these for each of the doctors that have referrals. So what we need is, say for example, this is the referring doctor. This is Dr. James Yu. So we type in Yu and his provider number. Let's make sure that's the correct doctor. So the provider number is there, 240121EB. Just make sure you choose the same doctor, just in case they might have the same name. In Medilink as well, you can see the provider is A. Melbourne. So C2C, we just type in Melbourne. And then it's from the 2nd of the 3rd, 2016. So we change the date to the 2nd of the 3rd, 2016. And it is only a three month. You can see at the last bit it says 3 months. We change this to 3 months.
Yes.
And you click on create, and that will create that referral for that patient. So then you go next, and you click on the next patient, and you add the rest of the referrals.
Mình giống viên ngồi thôi.
On a referring doctor is this in contact list?
It all should be in the contact list, so you shouldn't need to add any manual ones. So B Rajesh, let's just double check. So B Rajesh. So doctor, or what's his name? Doctor. So if you want more information about the doctor or that referral, you highlight the referral and click on edit, and it'll give you the doctor's full name. So Dr. Bazavaraj Rajesh. So the Rajesh, that's in there.
Thầy Madu em cũng vậy đâu ha.
And then
Như hai một cái.
Dr. James Yu. Yeah. So all the referring doctors should be in there. So all you have to do is just type in the correct name and link it up and set the duration and set the correct start date. Is there any questions about that at all?
No.
That's good. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go in. So cancel. So the important part, which will be the most time-consuming part, is the patient documents. So there's about 15,222 PDFs and JPEG files that we've uploaded from Medilink into C2C. So to access the documents, so when you're working on the patient, you go into the documents button on the right hand side. So we click on that. This will bring up all the documents that are linked to this patient. So like I mentioned in the document, we're only interested in the PDFs and JPEG files. That any files that say .x won't be in C2C because it's not a format that we can actually read in C2C. So what we do here, so we'll start from the top. In C2C, let's just cancel this. We'll go back to the main screen and go into scan documents on the left hand side. So under scan documents, we go into review scans. Review scans is where all the documents have been uploaded to. So from this screen, what we need to do is we search for that file name. So that 201607, that number there. Just trying to figure out if there's an easy way to do that. You can copy and paste. Actually, you've got to type it in. If you double click it, it'll open. Yeah, unfortunately, the only other way to get it is if you type in that. So you can copy and paste that file name into C2C. I know it's a bit of a long one. Maybe if you minimize your screen and you can. Is everyone going to be working off just the one screen, or do people have dual monitors as well?
I just work on one screen.
Okay.
Yes.
So two documents. Probably best if you minimize your C2C screen so you can see the file name. So all you need to do is type in that file name in the filter section. So 20160701642146. And it'll bring up the document in there. So we click on the document, and then we change the date to, so the date in Medilink says 1st of the 7th, 2016. So we change the date to 1st of the 7th, 2016, and we type in the patient name. So this one is for Enria, Maureen Enria.
Okay.
Always leave that as document, as default, and we type in the description. So in Medilink it says surgery, X-ray, CD. Yeah. And once we're happy with that, we click on link, and this will link it to the patient, and then we can go on to the next one.
How about file name, Gerald?
File names, keep it the same. So keep it that we'll have that so we can reference that file name. So leave the file name as is. We're just adding the description.
Okay.
So the only thing you need to change once you find the file is the date, find the patient, and the description.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, if there's any files in there that you search and is missing, if you can keep a list of the patient name and the missing files, we'll have to have a look and see if we can find that on their old database. But the majority of the data should be in there, so it's a matter of just typing in the file name. So again, so just focus on the PDF. So anything that's not a PDF or a JPEG, you can just skip that file, because like this docx file, that won't be imported into C2C.
Okay.
And, yeah, so it's just a PDF. Anything with .pdf or .jpeg, those are the ones that will be in that review scans folder. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that one at all? So, if you could, like I said, if you could keep a list, if you do run into any missing files that are PDFs or JPEGs, then just let me. If you send me the list once you guys are finished, then I'll have to go in and try and see if I can source that out from their database.
We must go through on the patient list.
Yeah. So the best way to work is what I would recommend is focus on the appointments first. So if you can assign everyone a doctor maybe, and work from June all the way up until November. Once you have all those appointments in the appointment list or the scheduler in C2C, then you can go one by one, or you can go day by day and click on every patient and fill out their demographics. Because what they want to aim for is from June up until November, they want to make sure all that information is in prior to Sunday or prior to Monday.
Just from June to November.
That's what they want to focus on first, but then we'll have to do the rest of the patients afterwards. So the way to do patient search is if we go into search. So their search, the Medilink search is fairly basic. So I don't think there's a way to show all patients. So you can search by alphabet. So A, B, C, D, and from there you can access the patient file in there.
Okay.
So
Medilink doesn't show on the patient list like C2C.
No, this is their search. So it's a very old software. So it's quite limited. So that's why there wasn't much information we could automatically grab from this software and import into C2C, just because of the way it's designed and the way it's exported. But the main aim is trying to focus on the June to November. Once those are completed, then we can go ahead and start doing the rest of the patients.
Okay.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions at all?
No.
No?
Yes.
So if you could, just have a read over the document again. Just review the steps. So I think I've pretty much covered everything that's on the document. If you have any questions, just feel free to Skype me or send me a message. I can log onto your workstations and help you through it as well.
Okay. Yes. Let's go and eat something.
It's lunchtime. Okay, so I'll work on that new server for you. So at the moment, if you try and get as many people as logged on to that first server as you can, I'll send you a message as soon as that second server is up and running for the rest of the team.
When so now maybe there are just 3 people can log into Medilink.
3? It should be a lot more than that. Once we get off, just get the people to log in and just let me know how many people can log in successfully to Medilink. Because I tried last night, I could get around 8 people logged in. So I couldn't test the whole 16 because I didn't have enough resources on my computer. So if you get them to try and log into Medilink and see how much you can log in, and then let me know via Skype.
Okay.
But yes, I'll work on that server now, and I'll let you know as soon as it's ready for you guys to connect.
Okay, now I will talk to transfer team to make them understand on the process.
Okay. No worries. Okay.
When you finish the checking of Medilink login, let me know.
Oh yeah, sure. No worries. Okay.
And maybe the transfer team will start this afternoon.
Okay, perfect. So just get them to review the new documents and just let me know if there's any other questions that they need to know or need to ask.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, thanks.
Bye. Thanks.
Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Gì Khánh?
Alo, Khánh ơi.
Dạ.
Gì chú vậy?
Rồi mấy đứa có gì muốn thắc mắc gì không?
Dạ tụi nó có quay clip đây cho nên là chắc để không biết hỏi gì.
Bây giờ chắc là phải đợi ở bên kia họ check thử là họ sẽ có bao nhiêu. Check thử xem là hiện tại là đăng nhập cùng một lúc vô Medilink sẽ được bao nhiêu người. Rồi nếu như mà cái số lượng bớt thì chắc là họ sẽ làm thêm một cái server khác nữa để mình chia người ra các server thì nó mới vô được.
Dạ.
Thì tạm thời